Hi, Cottywomple and family members. We are going to go over what to do with the recliner pole on your RV chairs. Um, these have a tendency to break, and if they do, they are fairly simple to replace on your own. Um, we will go over some things in the video on how to access the screws, since you will not have the ability to pull up the chair and gain access to the screws. I have already removed the screws on my chair, but I will go over how to get to the point where you can remove the screws and move your chair out so that you can do this entire project. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video. Some of the things you will need for this will include a pair of needle nose pliers or lock channel locks, a short Phillips screwdriver, a drill, and a drill bit set. Your screws, if they are screwed into the ground, will still have the square bit screws in most situations, and the other screws that you will have will be Phillips head screws. So you never know. This is what I use. These are the parts that you're going to need. They usually come in a 2-pack for the pull cables, and you can get them on Amazon fairly cheaply. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what mine looks like. You can't see it. You can see it somewhat down in there, but it's completely missing the handle. So when you're doing this, if your chair is still screwed down to the floor, what you'll need to do is get behind here and get the clips that hold this back on and pull it up and reach under and find where the pull cord goes to pull the little lever to release the front. You might get lucky and there will be enough frayed ends in here that you can grab it with the pair of pliers that I said you might need, and you'll be able to pull it out and get the front end to release, so that when you release this front, sorry, the dog's in the way. When you release this front, you'll be able to access the screws that are in the front of this chair. Another thing is you might actually get lucky, and when you pull this back, you will be able to actually see the screws. As you can see my screws right there, and you might be able to reach them with the drill or a short stubby screwdriver, and that should help with one of the other steps. If you're able to access it, it'll prevent you from having to do another step. So like I said, I'm pretty lucky because mine should be able to be gotten from the top here. You just get in there and unscrew it. Another item that might be helpful is actually getting a headlamp so that you can see what you're doing in these dark crevices. Like I said, mine's already unscrewed, so I'm able to remove it from the floor. It does have a little lip on the back that prevents it from sliding around and keeps it in place. You just bring it out, flip it up so that you can see it. Now down here, you can see where the cable is over here. right over there. It goes back into a piece that is right here and attaches, and that's what actually brings your thing up. As you can see, it does wrap around here from up here. You just pull it out. Now, if you need to gain access to it because you can't unscrew it from the top, there are big screws in here, or you can unbolt it right here. Actually, yeah, you unbolt it from there, and it allows that cushion piece to be moved around so that you can gain access to the screws that are holding on this piece here. You will see it's stapled to the thing, so I did forget about that. Excuse the dog hair. You'll have to staple it back on here as the route goes. So in order to rewire this up, you do have to have the feet out, which is done by pulling this and releasing that. That'll allow you to gain access to that part right there that you see that the wires run into. Now to take it out, all you do is you do that. It has a little clip piece right here that attaches to the chair. You just simply pull that out. There's two little tabbies on it on either side. Sometimes these things can be a little difficult to get out. You're supposed to just be able to pull the little tabbies here and it come out, but sometimes they want to be difficult. All right, so we got that out. It was a little bit of a pain on this one. Then we will come over here and you will remove the staples here and pull this out. And then you are done removing it. Now, time to put it back together. You're going to want to feed it from the top. Once you feed it from the top, you will run it back in here. You will need a little bit more. You will connect this right here, snap it in, pull this back, and insert it like that. So that's what it looks like. And then if you have a staple gun, you just staple this back under the fabric. Over here, you will just staple it back underneath the fabric like that. Once you have it stapled back, then you're ready to go and screw in the top. And my advice to you, since this is a common problem, is to go ahead and put this where you can reach it without having to remove the frame of the chair to get to the screws. But I already got one screwed in. There's the other one screwed in. Pick up your tools. You will also notice that we don't have the center in our chairs. We like to sit close as a family, so we opted to take it out. And all you got to do is push them both back and then line them up with each other so that they're connected. Confirm they're connected. Pull them forward up on that stopper. And you have a working recliner. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and it was informative. Have a good day.